Hi, my name is Jackie Hoffman, and I will be teaching part of the ABC cooking class. Sarah and her daughter Ellie will be doing the cooking portion. I will be doing the Zoom classes with you. So thank you for checking in because I wanted to go through a few things before we start class so that we're all on the same page. I've never done a Zoom class before. I'm super excited to try something new. I've been planning all week, trying to anticipate things that will go well and things that, might be a struggle, distractions and things like that. So one of the things you'll be receiving before this class hopefully begins is a whiteboard and a marker. That will be to help answer some of the questions. So many of your children are not ready to write, and that's totally fine. What I'm hoping for is when we're playing a game, you will be doing a lot of the interacting with your child to get them to answer and maybe give them extra prompts. And I'm just more of a facilitator at this point since I am not there with you. So what I'm hoping is when you're ready and your child knows the answer, you just write the answer on the board, hold the board up like this, and then I know that you're ready to be called on or to share your answer. Now some of your kids may be a little shyer and may not want to share, and that's okay. Just hold up your answer, and if I click and your child doesn't want to share, that's okay, Mom. You shout out the answer for him. That's okay to do. So you'll be getting these lesson plans. They have all the lyrics of the songs that we'll be singing. Each week it'll tell you which dance we're going to be doing so that if you would like to go on YouTube and look up the dance yourself and practice it during the week, you can do that. So what else is on here? The stories we will be reading, and all of the song lyrics for the Phonics songs that we'll be doing, and some of the games have little kind of lyrics that go along with it. One game we will be playing, it's called Guess What's in My Basket. It's a phonemic awareness guessing game, and I'll give clues to words, and your child will need to guess the word that I'm thinking of, the item that's in my basket. I'm going to send home the sheet with all of my clues on them. That way, if there is something glitchy with the audio or even maybe the video and you've missed something, or there was a distraction at home and you had to walk away for a second and you're coming back, you will be able to just kind of catch right up to where we are and know what's going on. So I have a 3-week challenge for our parents, and the challenge is to find our Phonics characters in your environment, in your home, outside, in your yard, at the beach, at the park, wherever you are experiencing your day. Look for your Phonics animals. Now, I'm not saying look for an elephant walking down the street. I mean, while you're having your breakfast cereal and the cereal box is out, perhaps you notice Katina Cat on the box, and you point it out to your child. Say, oh my gosh, look at, there's Katina Cat. Do you remember Katina Cat and her motion and what she says? And then practice it. Katina Cat says, can you think of other words that sound like Katina Cat? Just things like that. Or maybe, I spy Ellie Elephant on the cereal box. Do you see Ellie Elephant? And see if they can find Ellie Elephant. See if they can tell you the sound. See if they can do the motion. Now, it doesn't have to be in letter form. You might be on a hike and your child picks up a rock and they think it's really cool. And you show excitement about this really cool rock too. And maybe you remind them and say, oh my gosh, Rock reminds me of one of our Phonics friends. Rock reminds me of Robbie Rabbit. Robbie Rabbit, what sound does Robbie Rabbit make? And encourage them to share the sound, encourage them to share the motion. So that's my challenge. See if you can find our Phonics friends in print and items that you're finding that remind you of a sound that our Phonics friend makes. And you might find our rabbit, and that's the perfect time to talk about Robbie Rabbit. So that is my challenge, and there will be share time at the beginning of class 2 through 6 that your child, if your child found something and wanted to share something that they found and maybe tell them which Phonics animal it reminds them of, or if they want to share how they found them in letter form, that's awesome. And also parents, if you just had a really amazing experience with your child and you want to share it, we would love to share, we would love to have you share because we can all learn from each other that way as well. So I hope you will participate in my challenge. It's not required. Not everybody has to share every week, but if you would like to, we would love to hear from you. So the last thing you'll be receiving at home are our Zoom ground rules for success. So just kind of ground rules so we all are on the same page with expectations. First one is parents need to be present. The Zoom class is very interactive. There's dancing and singing and games, and I really need you parents at home playing and doing all of this with us. You're the heartbeat of the class because you are there with your child. If you are excited, they will be excited because they just love you guys so much. As I said, the lyrics are included in the lesson sheets that you'll be given. I do want to have you guys keep in mind that, there may be a 1-year-old in class and a 5 or 6-year-old in a class, different ages and all different developmental levels. So please don't be discouraged if your kids having a hard time sitting there for very long, or other kids are answering all the questions and your kid just has no interest in that. That's okay. That might be where they just are developmentally, and that's okay. Just keep encouraging them to stay involved. Redirect them as needed. If they need a break, no problem. Take the break. But please always stay positive and be encouraging. If you keep staying involved in the meeting, chances are they will also come back and be involved in the meeting as well. So if you keep dancing and singing, eventually they might come around and come dance and sing too. I mean, I know you'll feel silly, but it probably will be what they will need to stay involved or to feel comfortable enough to get involved. If you can be silly, then they can be silly. And if you think about every time your kids might be playing and you think, oh, it's the perfect time, I can call my mom or my sister, and you pick up the phone, what happens? They are right there asking you 100 questions and you can't get through your conversation. So if you think of it that way, if you are here involved in the class, eventually they will come back and also be involved in the class. At least I hope so. The next item on our rules for success is to be on time. I will start the Zoom class at 9:45, but that will give you 15 minutes to log on, get your computer ready, get your phone set up. But the class will start promptly at 10. However, I will use 9:45 to 10. That time period, as you're logging on and I see you, I will probably greet you and do the roll call song with your child at that time so that we have roll call done, and at 10 a.m. we can just jump right into class. The next item is to be prepared. Please have your whiteboard, your marker, and your lesson sheets with you. That way, if you have to step away or there's a distraction and you're not sure where we are in the lesson or what's being said, you can refer to the sheet at that time and kind of just jump right back in where you left off. And last but not least, be respectful. There will be times I have everyone muted when I'm reading a story. There'll be times when I will unmute individuals so you guys can share your answers. And there'll be times when I'll have the entire class unmuted so we can all hear how silly and happy we're all being. So if you feel like you need to have your household muted because there's a disruption or a distraction, please feel free to mute yourself. That is totally fine. I usually have a lot going on in my home, so I totally get it. Anyway, that's everything. I think we've covered everything, and I'm super excited. I can't wait for Monday. You guys have a great weekend, and let's do this. We're going to have so much fun.